Good morning, everybody. It's 6 o'clock here, 9 o'clock back home. Just getting ready to head out from Lake Erie campgrounds. I wanted to show you this beautiful lake again before we head out. Last night I was sleeping and all of a sudden heard and was wondering what the heck is going on outside my tent. Well, it turned out that I had a yellow lab that visited me last night, wanted to come in my tent. I said, no, thank you. And zipped the tent back up and went back to sleep. After the freight train went away, he was panting pretty hard, but he wanted to come in my tent. Anyway, this is Lake Erie in Washington, and I am getting ready to head out. I've got a 5-mile ride up to the hardware store where I'll get my fuel for my camp stove, and then I'll continue over to the islands. So I'll be over the islands probably by noon. Give you more information later. Thanks. Bye. Good morning, everybody. Hey, doing this biking up here. It's kind of cool. I'm seeing flowers. This is purple foxglove. I've also seen buttercup and daisies and other things that we would see at home, but you normally don't see purple foxglove at home. Kind of cool that these things are out this late in the year. It is almost July, and at home, most of these things would be done blooming, but up here, they're blooming. There's another one that I've seen. If I see it again, I'll stop and take some pictures. But this is purple foxglove. Pretty cool flowers. Hey everybody, completed my first 10.5 miles today. Made it to the San Juan ferry terminal. Waiting for the ferry over to Lopez Island. And I'll share more about my Lopez Island adventure when I get over there, probably this evening. Between yesterday and today, I have 28 miles, which is 1% of my trip. So I've now completed 1% in 2 days. I need to step up the pace quite a bit because I don't have 200 days to complete this adventure. I have less than 100. So going to be stepping up the pace a little bit here in a little bit. But anyway, 1% done. And here at the ferry terminal in Anacortes, Washington. Made on the ferry, you can see some of the San Juan Islands over here. We are going to Lopez Island, which I think is this one over here, but I'm not positive. But that's where we are heading, is to Lopez Island. Haven't left yet. Should be a very short trip over there. And then I will be heading to camp. Check-in for camp tonight isn't until 5 p.m. So I'm going to be there very early. May beat the rest of the crowd there. So we'll see. I'll let you know. I mentioned earlier those other flowers that I had seen but didn't get a picture. These are broadleaf sweet pea. Very interesting flower on them. Kind of like a circle, then it has that knot in the middle. Hey everybody, a quick wrap up of my bicycling day. I had a 26.1 mile day. 8.5 of that was actually over on the mainland. 13 of that was on the ferry, so I didn't really bike that, so I ended up doing 13 miles total. The remaining part was here on Lopez Island, getting to the campgrounds. I'm at a state campground here in group camping. And I don't know if you can tell, but there is actually a shelter behind me. It looks like we might be staying in shelters, which is very cool because that means I don't have to set up the tent. Yay! Anyway, the 8.5 over on the mainland counts. So as I said before, I've got 1% done of my entire trip from yesterday and today. And a little bit about why I am here on Lopez Island. In the San Juan Islands. So originally I was planning on starting my trip on July 2nd, which isn't for a few more days yet. And I got an email from Volunteer Vacations, and some of you might remember I did a volunteer's vacation while I was doing the Appalachian Trail, and I did trail maintenance over there in the 100-mile wilderness. Well, they were doing a project over here on Lopez Island, which is part of the San Juan National Park, for trail maintenance. And so since it was a few days before I was going, I mentioned it to my wife, and she says, why don't you go? And I said, because I'd have to leave early. And she says, why don't you go? So here I am on Lopez Island. Starting tomorrow, we will be doing a maintenance project. Not sure yet what that's going to involve, but I definitely will videotape some of my work over the next couple days and post that probably on Sunday. Thank you for joining me. Looking forward to having these a couple days of work here in the national park over here on San Juan Islands. And then from there, I will be heading over to the Olympic National Forest on the Olympic Peninsula and riding down that. So that's next week. And so thank you for joining me.